Good morning. So happy Tuesday. How are we doing? If you're coming in live, drop hello below. I had a question yesterday in the Q&A in our free 5-day kickstart, and it was about what can I still have a cup of tea or a biscuit, or is there something else I can have that will satisfy me as much? And we went into this because it really depends. Like sometimes we see this as a problem because it's a quote unquote bad food, but actually it could be a part of the plan. And here's what I mean by this. If you're having, are you just having that? This is why context is so key. If you're having a biscuit with your cup of tea, there's not really any problem with that. It might be about 100 calories. Morning, Joss, it might be 100 calories, done. Like, is that a problem? Probably not in the grand scheme of things. It's probably the least of our worries, right? But then we've got to think about, if we have one, does that end up being 2, 3, 4, 5? Do we end up writing off the next day? And if we do, every time we have that biscuit, are we just having a day and a half where we think, oh, sod it, F it, I'll just start again tomorrow? And then we've got an issue. And then it might be that we go and we try this method instead, which would be the next step. Obviously, we can have an alternative. Obviously, we could go, well, don't have the biscuit. Obviously, we could say, have a piece of fruit instead. These are things that right now you might not be in a position to just jump straight to. So what I want you to do is try this instead. So have that cup of tea and wait 5 minutes after that cup of tea, then give yourself permission to have the biscuit. And just see if you still want it, see how you feel. Don't judge, still give yourself permission to have it, but just see how you feel in that moment then. Because a part of it might be so habitual, we're almost unconsciously doing it. It's in our subconscious that we just kind of do it. And we want to bring our awareness to it. So it's a bit like I talked about habits yesterday. When we're doing things day by day that are almost by default, like I do a live video every day, like non-negotiable for me. I just do it by default. It's like, because I've done it so many times, it's like taking the motorway as opposed to the potholed road in the dark, which is half flooded. You're going to take the motorway instead, the clear road. It's a bit like that. And we want to make this as much of that as possible. But to get there, when we're changing habits, we've got to take that potholed road. And we've got to remember that there's going to be urges in that moment, and we want to feel them. You know, when that urge comes, just say the word in your head, pothole road. I'm just down the pothole road. And be aware of this. Be aware of how you're feeling. How long does the urge last for? So I hope that helps. Quick one this morning. Any questions, just let me know, and I will see you soon. Give that a try, by the way, and let me know how you